Hi everyone, Bruce Swartz here. I study ufology, I'm an astronomer, I study astronomy, and I was able to find out that something was on the moon. These are the UFOs we're looking at. Yesterday's video, even though we're only at 3,000 views, I'm still very happy that you all appreciate it. I'm talking about my community. It's just that we're always the same bunch here usually. But somebody asked me to slow it down. I'll not just slow it down, I'm going to really slow it down. And I'm going to show you, we're going to talk about a UFO dropping something from it, or something coming from the UFO that descends to, that's red and on fire actually, it descends to the moon and then explodes. We're going to see that occur. But there's some things that I don't always mention when I look at this footage. It's actually pretty scary because things are occurring really fast on the surface. And if you want to slow things down, like me, you will see everything. So let's do the frame per frame. I don't know if you understand what's going on, but there's a light in the center under all these three UFOs in the circle. And then the UFOs light up, but again, simultaneously. We see black spots at the end of those lights, like they're traveling sideways and a fire's coming out of it. They're winding from left to right. Now look in the center. See the light underneath? And look what goes on. Watch another one take off. Yet there's still one on the surface to the right. Now I'm showing it in great detail. The proof is all there, forward to back, with the exposure descended down. This, you know where we are? You want to know which crater the UFOs are coming from? I've mentioned it before. I have a hard time mentioning it because the last time I mentioned this and something near Copernicus, my channel went down. But we're over Mare Fecunditatis, and that's all I'm going to tell you. Take a look at where Mare Fecunditatis is and look at the surface. And please look at the lines there. Now, if I was to tell you that in Mare Fecunditatis there are UFOs traveling on those lines, you wouldn't believe me. So this is why I'm showing you this way. And at the same time, if it is affecting any security of anything, I'm not showing the direct surface exactly where it is. Listen, this is serious. Something very, very serious. I'm trying to show this without any comebacks, and it's not going to happen. But the thing is that I'm not getting out there. I'm not trending. I never trend. I never have videos. If I showed you my analytics, which we're not allowed, it would be incredible because you'll see a 200,000 view. It came in 3 days, and then after that, the rest of the month, 6,000 views. This happens all the time. So what's going on with the UFOs? Why is the one in the circle remaining there, yet we see another one in front of it? Guys, they're taking off from other areas, or these bloody UFOs are splitting in two. They become several UFOs. So I think this UFO could be 10 UFOs traveling together. There's a split, or again, another one that lights up in front of that one, yet always on the same track, line, or trajectory. Let's look at it again. Here it disappears on the right. There's one on the left that takes off, but no, there's something really not normal going to happen. Lights already appeared in front of it. Boom. That one stays there, but there's still another one continuing. So what happens? Are these objects travel on the moon, or is it UFOs going across the moon? That I don't know. But when you see the proof, the detail, I mean, hey, we're right in Mare Fecunditatis. That is where we are. And we're seeing massive lights. They're traveling fast, and they're winding from left to right, okay? There's nothing here on Earth that does that. And if there is, well, it's very easy. It's classed secret project. That's obvious. You don't have to have any clearance, top secret clearancy to understand that, right? Bob Lazar had talked about the clearances. You know how many levels there are? It's like crazy. The most tedious part is that when I get this close and I'm able to finally show you some proof on the surface, it's not always easy. But again, you are seeing the patterns that other lights are appearing around these UFOs. When I say a light system on the moon, it's a guy talking directly about what he's capturing without having any knowledge of secret projects. That's exactly what I'm trying to share with you. The knowledge of how, like, you see a car on the road. If it disappears, you know there's something wrong. Well, it's the same thing looking at this. you know, when you think of it. Remember I showed this yesterday and I sort of mumbled, yeah, look, it's shooting out something. Take the time to see how that UFO is changing directions. It is shooting something out, or whether it be another UFO coming out of it. And here's the thing. As for bombs and whatever stuff falling to the surface of the moon, and it's very possible, it's a theory, but I'm not going to rule out that it could be just meteors and asteroids, because I don't want to bring anyone into a part of your life where I've confused you through trickery. Listen, me, it's impressive seeing the lights appear under the hazes on the surface. It's just never before been seen. Watch the details that we're going to look at it. Even slower than yesterday and even closer. I want you to understand that all those colors on the surface are gases, hazes, but there's a reaction every time a UFO comes near the surface. Do you understand why I'm able to get these shots? Because the lights from the UFO are actually, clarifying the whole surface for us, showing us exactly what's going on. For some, this isn't not impressive, but for me, it's absolutely incredible to see that there are projectile-like objects being launched. Now, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with asteroids, for me anyways. I really don't believe that these are asteroids, because asteroids don't hang out beside craters and wait for other lights to go by to shoot at them, right? I'm just straight up showing you what I'm looking at here in the inversion. And again, I take down the exposure. Screw the craters. I want you guys to see the light. There's so much smoke and crap on the moon, you can't see anything. So I bring you into the haze, and guess what? These UFOs that are hiding through light, smoke, and haze and mirrors or whatever, are actually helping us see them when we're close up with the lights coming from them. And this is how I'm able to see these shots on the surface. This is all real research that, if it was governmental, would definitely be classified. This has never been shown before, It's someone researching the moon and documenting all the captures. You see the UFO on the surface. You see the light reacting. And let me tell you, it looks like a black object remains when that light leaves. So it could be something from the surface shooting. I'm throwing all the theories out there in theory. Screw the theory, we're looking at it. Here's the explosion. Here's what looks like an atomic bomb on the moon. I'm sorry. I'm going to show it to you in slow motion. I showed it to you yesterday too fast. You know why? And I'm going to explain to you why I showed it to you fast. Because it's scary as hell. Okay? And I'm going to show you that this asteroid or UFO or missile, I don't know what the hell it is, it's going to leave something come out of it, or you'll see something close to it, red, and it could be what came from this object, and we're going to see it in really slow motion. I'm going to get a circle up over the red object, and then 3 more frames, boom, 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 you're going to see the surface, giant yellow flame, and then the burst. It's really something that looks like it's hitting them. There it is. Now, is it coming from the UFO or this object? I don't know, but let me tell you, watch what happens. It seems to descend and go off, and then pow, you literally see the whole surface lighting up. You even see some lines that want to light up like it's structural or whatever. I mean, this is clarifying the surface. Look at that. A giant explosion on the moon that was literally coming right underneath that bloody UFO that was traveling across the moon. In Aristarchus crater, there's a traffic. You want to see objects going by, one behind the other? The lights are traveling on the moon under these hazes, whether it be tubes, tunnels, or hazes. Watch the lights. Is it because they're fighting and those are, explosions from bombs or launches? I don't know. Like, again, I'm running through theories, but it is scary as hell. See, there it is. Left, right, left, right. That object is moving across Aristarchus at the back where the lights are. And we see flashes of lights, and we see the reaction and the illumination of the surface, just like here. Here, again, don't forget there's always a cloud nearby, because I believe if part of the camouflage, any stationary light, maybe that is a stationary light warning UFOs, like an indicator light. Watch this. This is definitely not the sun. Again, just my belief. But look what we're looking at. Watch how that illuminates. It's an area with a strong burst of light and illumination. So I believe the UFOs are hiding in those hazes. They always said, it was written, nobody would know the secret. Maybe they were right.
My name.